Back with Coach Stevan Lynn, talking a little bit more on the Bronx Journal. So welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, we were talking about some of the life skills that you learn, or some of the skills that they learn on in the field, or some of the things that you teach them as far as the philosophy and training transferable in other areas of life.
Yes, they are, in all aspects of life. Football is a game where you're teaching young men to be leaders, to be warriors, not only on the field, but in their communities and in their families. So the things we strive, particularly the discipline that's needed, the planning, the guts, off the field, in real life, the game of life, you have to have those same things if you're going to be successful. Always striving for more, always wanting to be the best, not really liking second place. The second place trophy is nice, but it's
you're
not
not
like
going to
that.
settle.
Exactly.
You're not
you don't
settle.
get a ring for second place,
That's right.
and we need that ring.
That's right. Well, you touched on something that I thought was very interesting also, and you don't hear too much about it nowadays. Discipline.
Discipline.
How important is discipline today, on and off the field?
Well, discipline in football is a must. If you're not disciplined, you can get hurt. Football, unlike other sports, is a game of life or death in many ways. If you are not disciplined in your workout regimen, if you're not disciplined in your plan, if you're not disciplined in your assignment, the bottom line is somebody's coming after you and they're trying to hurt you. So you really learn that in football. Discipline in life is the same thing. You have to have a plan. You have to stick to what you know is right and wrong. And if you do that, then more often times than not, you will be successful in reaching your goals, whatever their goals may be. You just got to stick to it. There is no easy road.
Are there any other particular skills that are necessary in team building and forming a cohesive team?
Well, showing them leadership. Football, particularly from a coach's standpoint, is leadership by example. Having a lot of patience, keeping a cool head when all things seem to be crumbling. Once you're doing that as a coach, both in football and in life, your team emulates you. They follow you, follow the leader. So those things you have to keep on the forefront of your style. But more importantly, just having faith in your boys. I love my boys. They're wonderful, wonderful young men. And because you love them so much and you believe in them so much, they start believing in themselves. And then they pass it on. They pass it on to their sons, and their sons pass it on. So that's really what you are, a mentor in a way, a teacher.
I see you have a lot of positive energy, and I'm sure that
Thank you.
You share that with your team. And, you know, if I was playing on the team, hey, I guess I would want to do the best I can for myself and for the coach. Has any of the other players told you that, or shown you that kind of respect, and let them know how you've touched their lives in that kind of way?
And more times than I could even mention, just coming up simple things. The love they show, the way they talk to you, the way they care for you is just wonderful. You love it. If you talk to many other coaches, I'm sure they'll say the same. It's addictive. And I love them and need them as much as they love and need me. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to help some young men become wonderful men. And that's what it's all about. Football comes and goes. But really you're teaching people to be a man. How do you become a responsible man and a responsible father and leader in your family and the community? And that's what it's really all about. That's
right. I agree. I agree. Do you have any other success stories or ways that you've touched their lives besides that? Maybe has anyone gone to a pro, from semi-pro? Has anyone say, hey, as a result of you inspiring me, hey, I went to college, I've done something more with my life?
Over the years, yes, we've had several go to college in my 20 years as being a coach. Others trying out for teams, special teams. But more importantly, we've had young men finish school. We've had young men get their GEDs. We've had young men get off drugs. We've had young men get involved with their families and become the father that they should be. And that's really what it's all about. As I said before, football comes and goes, and they understand that now. But your life is forever. And so we've had so many stories, particularly this last year. Many of the young men are going to then be going on to college. We're working now with the Black College Football League, the Black Collegiate Athletic League, and really trying to get a lot of our young men to look at some of the colleges that they are not in the New York area.
That's so important.
And give them a chance. Make sure they get their degrees. Make sure they get those master's degrees and those doctorates. And that's what I like to see. That's my ring.
Keep striving.
That's it.
I understand, as a quick one, I understand that you had a chance to speak with a very important, famous coach. Do you want to talk about that experience and how has that impacted you?
Well, recently, Dare to Dream, the show, we had a chance to interview Coach Tony Dungy, recently retired. He is now a spokesman for the All Pro Dads Chunky Campbell Soup campaign, where we are working with fathers to do two things in particular. At least once a week, have a healthy meal with their children and do some type of healthy activity with them. So Coach and I sat down in Times Square and really tried to promote this and talk about how it's done. As well as we had the bus, Jerome Bus Bettis. He was there with us.
Wow.
It was great, but those two wonderful fathers, first and foremost fathers.
We have very little time, but we could talk forever.
Truly,
is there
truly.
anything else? Is there a website or point of contact or email that we could find out more information on you and your coaching skills and the New York Syn?
Yes, they can. They can come to bronxnet.org. That's Coach Lynn at bronxnet.org. They could also go to mydadislove.org. Both websites, we have a lot of the information regarding the Syn and the Semi-Pro League in general, as well as other resources that young men have and can use to their benefit, whether it be football or in life.